Hi, everyone. Welcome to Cousins Honestly Openly Discussing Everything Spicy.
Welcome to the Chodes. Ooh.
Oh, wow. I was like, okay, that pigeon.
Oh my god. I thought because we were in the spooky month, you wanted like...
Well, yeah. Well, last time I tried to do that, I didn't even...
Well, because I was not aware. Girl, do you hear
We're
that?
not in sync. Sweet, sweet victory.
Oh, look at her.
Mm-hmm. We did it.
We're going to the world. Wait. Was this the game that was going to take us to the World Series? Yes, right?
Yeah. We're going to the World Series. Bitches.
Hell yeah. Damn, it's going to be
For those of you who don't know anything about baseball, I'm sorry. But for those of you that know, you know.
It's
Go
going to be
Dodgers.
the Yankees against the Dodgers. Oof, that's going to be such a good
We're
game.
so proud of them.
I was
Yeah, it
talking
is going to be a good game.
I was talking to one of your cousins, not to our cousin.
To my cousin?
Yeah, our cousin. No, that's también, but
okay.
no.
Oh, well, I want that update on that, but okay.
Oh, honey,
Keep going.
that is such a disappointing update. But no, I can't send you screenshots. But anyway, I was talking to our cousin from Guatemala, the one that came in May. And he sent it to me this morning saying like, oh, the final is going to be this. And I was like, oh my God, yes. Like, hopefully we win tonight. And he's like, that would be such a good game. And I'm like, hell yeah. Because, you know, I think he's a Yankees fan. Like, he's not a Dodgers fan.
Our side is divided because you know what? I have cousins on my mom's side that it's like some Dodgers and some Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, my brother goes, I have my older brother who goes for the Dodgers, my younger brother who goes for the Yankees. My dad is neutral. He doesn't even know what's going on with baseball. He thinks it's soccer. And then our uncle, of course, they're all Yankees on his side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like we are divided. And on my end, I have no one that really cares. Like, obviously, most of my friends and everything are Dodger fans. But I don't think my brother cares about baseball. My nephew definitely doesn't care about baseball. He's more like a soccer fan.
Like my dad.
Mm-hmm.
They're all about like, does it have to do with soccer? Then I don't know.
Yeah. Like my nephew, dude, he can tell you the name of all the players of every team, their stats, everything. I'm like, dude, you should just go to school to be one of the, like,
Ooh. Woo.
Fireworks for us.
Happy New Year's.
Because we're finally recording on time.
I know.
Girl, hearing all the fireworks makes me feel like I'm home.
I know. I was like, it sounds like Guatemala. I'm like, Happy New Year's.
Yay.
For our Guatemalans, this is what it sounds like for New Year's.
If you know.
For those in LA, you know that it's victory. For everyone else, it sounds like the 4th of July.
And they're like, isn't that illegal? Aren't fireworks illegal? I love when people like hear fireworks around my house and they're like, oh my God, don't they get a ticket? I'm like, they don't give a fuck. They go to Vegas to get illegal fireworks. What are you talking about?
And we're celebrating. So what?
Yeah. But anyway, babe, how have you been?
I've been good. I've been in my new position at work and I like it. Very different, but it's a different kind of stress, but I'm still happy that I made the change, and now I'm just getting used to working later on in the day, but it's still good, and I'm getting my cute little hours. I was getting the weekends off, so I was happy, but then as fate would have it, I'm not doing that anymore, but it's okay. I still love it.
That's good. Yeah, I was going to say congratulations are in order. I'm very happy that you made the change too, and that you're happy with it, because change is hard, as we all know, but hey, you're doing it. So what does Elwood say? Like the little, Oh my gosh, I forgot. I had it in my head right now. You know when Elle Woods goes to the Capitol and she has like her little pink cup and like they write something nice? Anyway, I fucked that up. But congratulations, babe.
Thank you, babe. I was like, I'm over here scratching my head like, what? Which one?
The one
I was
where
like, bend and
she's...
snap, bend and snap. That's all.
No, it's not the bend and snap. Of course, that's the one you would think of. No, it's when she's trying to save Brewster's mom.
Oh, no, I don't know.
Anyway, I'm sure somebody will know. Let us know in the comments if you know what the fuck I'm talking about. That way we'll know if you listen or not.
Right? But I like it. It's a good change.
That's good. That's good. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
I gotta tell you that I went to Horror Nights on Friday. And I know we recommended it in the beginning of the month. But quite frankly, like, I'm not gonna say I didn't get scared because there's several videos proving otherwise. But it's not how it's been other years. Like, I think it's getting lamer. And like I was telling you before we started recording, like, people are now taking their children, which, for what? For fucking what? You know, like, I don't know if that's the reason that it's less scary.
You have to specify. Like, it's one thing to take your kids, but to take infants...
Oh, yeah. Like
fresh out the womb.
Well, there was a lot of kids like 10, 9 years old. Like, there was a bunch of kids in line that they were already falling asleep, girl. You know how when you're tired and you're trying to like stand on one foot and then on the other and stuff like that. Like, that's how they were. I'm like, why do you bring children this age to the mazes? Like, yeah, it's cool. Like, they probably like it and stuff. But also to bring babies, like I saw a bunch of women just sitting outside and stroll with the strollers. I'm like, why do you come? What do you come for then? What was the point?
Oh, that's on them.
Yeah, that is on them. But like, they're taking up space at the parks. Fucking stay home.
Mm-hmm. Taking tickets that could have been to people who really wanted to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To each their own.
Yeah, so I don't know if, like, now that... I don't recall that there was ever children that age at the event. Do you remember?
No, honestly, I would see, like, teens, like 15, 16, that kind, but not, like, below that.
Yeah, no, I don't know, but I saw a lot of kids, dude. And I don't know, like I said, if that's the reason that the mazes are less scary. Or maybe I'm just desensitized to it now. I don't know. But yeah, I don't recommend it this year. I've heard that the Queen Mary one is scarier than anything else.
Oh, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's the
Queen Mary should just sponsor us at this point.
I know. Since we started the podcast, we've been talking about it.
Yeah, all we do is recommend freaking Queen Mary. Damn you ship, recommend us.
For wedding, for ghost stories, for... scary events,
anniversaries, for movie nights, whatever. We shouted you out. We're calling you out, Queen Mary. And sponsor us.
I'm gonna use this.
Literally, that's where we started.
Yeah, for real. I'm gonna use this as the little clip that I post, and you guys are gonna have to make us viral.
Right. # Queen Mary, sponsor us.
For real, it's the one place that we mention without like care.
I know. Everywhere else, we're like, I don't want to hear from you. I don't want you to sponsor me. I don't want to have anything to do with you.
Yeah.
I was gonna do the little jingle, but I was like, no, that's compromise.
That's too much. That's already too much. Mira, vos, do you want to tell us what happened with your mic before we started recording? Since this is like still.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So we were like talking because we tend to like do like a little 10-minute little warm up talking to make sure our mics are working, that our computers are working, all that good stuff because we've been technologically challenged. And I was talking to my cousin here and everything was fine. Then all of a sudden it went mute. Like I could hear her, but I was talking to her and she couldn't hear me. So I was like, what's going on? Like, and I'm checking on the computer, like, did I press something? Did I click something? And I look at my mic, it turned off when it was originally on. Like, the light was on and everything, which the light was still on, but then it was off. So it was weird because my mic has a switch. It's not a button, it's a switch. So you have to literally push the switch down to like turn it off. And I didn't even touch it because once we positioned the stuff, any little movement can fuck it up.
Yeah, we don't touch anything anymore.
Yeah, the ghost is already here taunting.
She was like, I know.
And then my mom, the door opened, like, and she's like, oh, it's the wind. Our front door, guys, our front door opened. Like, oh, she's like, oh, come in. I was like, this lady, what did we say? You don't welcome that shit. She's like, it was the wind. And I was like, it was not the wind, girl. If it was the wind, it would have opened a long time ago. And then for her to say it wasn't closed, I'm like, no, girl, that was something else.
That's the part of the movie where you're like, when you scream at the TV, like, what are you doing?
It didn't help that I was watching like all these 2020 cases of like unsolved murders and murders that were solved. And I'm like, what the fuck?
And you leave your door open still? The fuck?
No, the front door was closed.
Yeah, but like...
It was closed. It opened
it wasn't
on its own.
And it wasn't locked? It wasn't locked?
So my house has like a metal screen door kind of thing. And then it has the front wooden door. Well, the metal one is always locked, right? And then the wooden one is the one that opened.
Oh, shit.
But it was not locked, but it was closed. So it's like, she's saying the wind. Well, if it was the wind, the metal one would have like made some kind of noise too, you know?
Damn, that would have been even scarier too. Like,
yeah. Yeah, no. Or you would have heard it like, because like even when my cat like jumps on the door, you hear like dun, 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 like the metal like bouncing. And if it was the wind, if the wind was that strong, I don't know. But it was weird.
Yeah. Well, I would say do not welcome anything into your houses, y'all. Just say like, get the fuck out of here. Or like, we don't allow visitors. Or something. Because you're not supposed to ever say come in out loud to like a weird entity. So.
No soliciting. No loitering.
Oh my god.
We do have a sign that says no loitering outside.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
Now the ghosts know. I am sorry. My bad, dude. I'm not sleepy right now, but I'm just like really tired because I went to the horror nights on Friday.
She's been social, y'all. She went Friday night to horror nights, and then last night to a Halloween party, which it was 1 a.m. and they were still on a good one.
We left the party like at 2ish. I mean, that's early. Last year we left later, but yesterday
you left
everybody
like at 5
was
a.m. girl.
No, tampoco. But yesterday, there was a point in time where, like, the people I went with, they just went to fucking sit inside. And I was like, if I wanted to sit, I would have stayed home. So I was just dancing with some, like, randoms at the party. But it was really, really fun. Every year, my friend throws, like... My mom says, like, I feel like he should charge for that party. But he doesn't. All you have to do is bring your own alcohol. Like, he has food. He hires a DJ. He goes all out, dude. But I love going. It's really fun. But I feel really tired because I walked like 20-some thousand steps, almost 30,000 on Friday. And then yesterday, pues, I was dancing all night. So, but the costumes came out really cute. I really liked mine. I had fun. So.
Yeah, I know. It was cute. She was a pirate, y'all. Yo ho. Yo ho.
Yo ho. The hoe.
Ho.
And me.
Listen to me, ho.
The hoe and me is sleeping. So.
No, the hoe in you is dormant right now. That's
yeah. It'll come out eventually. Once I figure out how to deal with man's bullshit. Like never, huh?
I know. I was like, girl, I was giving you the side eye right now. Anyways, so today's featured stories
come to you
straight from the motherland.
I was gonna say come to you by the Queen Mary. Sponsor us. No, but yeah.
Fuck the Queen Mary. They're not helping us out right now.
Bro, like, I feel like tonight is like the noisiest fucking night in my, like, around my house. You hear the train now?
Yeah, I do.
Like,
hey, that's to the spookiness.
I know, it's setting off the mood because what I'm going to talk about right now is one of the legends of the legendaries. No, yeah. It's a legendary
legend. Of the legendary.
Yeah. Of the legendary Guatemala. No. So we're going to talk about like mythical creatures, lore, and I guess like legends, right? That's what we said.
Just like old, what is it? Old campground stories,
like
ghost stories.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Like urban myths.
Esa mierda. That's what I was trying to say.
Urban myths. She's becoming illiterate. You know, the job requires her to speak professionally and use big words that she doesn't even know what it means.
It's because I use my brain from Monday through Friday, girl. Don't make me use it on the weekends.
No, girl, I'm talking to myself. I'm talking about myself.
Okay. Well, anyway, nothing we didn't already know about ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm going to tell you the story of El Cadejo. So, if you go to Horror Nights, they actually do have a maze called Monsters of Latin America. They have El Cadejo.
And he was in there?
Yeah, he was.
Oh, shit.
También el Cucuy. El Cucuy. Which, that's a Mexican legend, and I don't really know exactly what it is.
It's like the boogeyman. No?
I don't know. I've heard people say, like, te va a llevar el Cucuy, you know, like the Cucuy is going to take you to
the
children.
boogeyman.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'll post a picture of el Cucuy, like how they portrayed it, and I was like, ooh, it's ugly. But, okay. We're talking about El Cadejo. So, El Cadejo, it is said that there are two. There is one, like, it's shaped of a dog, but, like, they're supposed to be, like, from hell or something like that.
Oh, the hell dogs. Uh-huh.
So, one is black, and the other one is white. So, the legend says that if you, like, I remember Don Chico. You remember Don Chico? It was one of Grandma's sneaky links. No, I'm just kidding.
That's your cousin's grandpa, girl. Relax.
I know. But yeah, it was Grandma's third husband. And he would say that when he was walking down the train tracks, that one time he was really drunk and he saw the dog following him. And then, like, he was just like, stay, chucha, you know, like get away. But, like, it is said that the Cadejo, the black one, takes care of the drunk people who walk at night, but specifically men. And so...
The drunk men.
The drunk men. And so it walks with them all the way to their houses. And, like, I don't know, like, it's such a good guardian dog because it waits for you to go inside your house. And then... They say that the white one takes care of women and children. And so, but they also say that even though like the black one protects the drunk man, it is not good. It's an evil like thing, right? And the white one is a benign dog. So you have to be wary of both because if the white one comes out to a man, it's gonna attack it. And if the black one comes out to a woman, it's gonna attack it, or a child. So it's kind of like backwards, you know? And they say that if the Cadejo shows up to the same man several times, that it's kind of like, all right, dude, like I fucking walked you already like a couple of times and you're still not understanding. Like I'm gonna take your soul now. So it's kind of like a watchdog. And after several
like a warning, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a warning to the men. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it protects you, but it's like your warning. Like this is your warning. This is your one shot. Do it again. We'll find out. I heard of that, and you know what? I think my dad told me that too about Don Chico. Like he's the one that that saw it. But I think he also said that I don't know if he said that his dad too, Grandpa Rodrigo.
Oh, yeah. Most likely, like Grandpa Rodrigo
Yeah,
was.
all the drunk men.
Yeah. Yeah, because Grandpa Rodrigo is always like, Grandma tells stories about him, like, getting home, like, fucking crawling. So I believe it that he saw it.
It runs in our family.
It is, it
I knew
is
I had to
part,
get it from someone. Like, come on. There's no
it
way
is
that it's just
part
me.
of our bloodline.
Legacy.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's another, but that's for the hell dogs. And then there's another one that follows the drunk men, huh? Or just men in general.
La Ciguanaba?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so La Ciguanaba, ooh, I don't know. Like, I remember seeing like a portrayal of how she supposedly looks like. And that one also is like a creepy story. I think Grandma says that that's the one. That's the one that Grandma says that Abuelo Rodrigo saw. So they were in like
Oh, yeah.
yeah, they were like in Chiquimula or something. And the legend goes that she was a beautiful woman, you know, like beautiful body and stuff. And so
Very attractive.
that's how like men would, but they couldn't see her face. So it was like it was luring them in, like, hey, you know, like with the hands and stuff, and like
Long
because
black hair. Yeah,
'cause
long black hair.
she has the
Beautiful.
veil over her face too, and like imagine like super nice body and stuff. And so because men are drunk, they're like, hey, I'm gonna get some, and they follow her. But then what happens to them is that they end up dead because she usually lures them to like a ravine or like a, what do you say, a barranco, like a, yeah, like a cliff. And
Like a
so
cliff, yeah.
once they get to the cliff and you know the men think that they're gonna do something, she unveils her face and she has like evil red eyes and like the face of a horse type of thing. And like and she starts laughing in their face. And so like because they try to like run away, they get scared or whatever, they end up falling to their death.
My dad said that he's seen her.
Stop. Really?
Yeah. Yeah. That Don Chico, and that time was the stepdad. That he, for some reason, they were in trouble. And, well, he was. And he didn't want to go in the house. So he slept in the car. And he got home. Yeah, that was it. He didn't want to go in because he got home late. He didn't want to get caught. So, yeah, he said that something was following him. And he was just like, oh, okay, well, he started getting scared because he thought it was one of the dogs. And then, like, he turned and he saw a lady. And he was like, oh, shit. Because he's already scared of, La Ciguanaba. So he went into the car and he was just like, I'm just going to sleep here. I'm going to sleep in the car. I'm not going to see anything. And he heard tapping on the window. He looked and it was a horse face.
Shut the
And then
fuck up.
yeah. So then he was just like, like closing his eyes, like, no, what I'm seeing is not true. What I'm seeing is not true. He heard the tapping on the window again. He didn't want to look. And it was his brother or uncle. Yeah. And he was like, what the hell? He's like, I just saw something. And he told him about it. But he said that wasn't the first time. He said that another time that he was also out late,
So he don't learn.
grandma. He don't learn. Yeah. So grandma, you know how grandma is very strict. And he had him and his cousin, Luis. They were like, well, how do we get to the house without getting caught? Like, we have to get there on time because, they're going to kill us if we don't get there on time. And he said that the only way to get to the house was taking the shortcut. Yeah. To go through the little, like the ditch, right? And crossing the little, like, there was like a little river, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So he was like, that's the only way to get to the house on time. And so he said, okay, but like, we're not stopping. Like, we got to just run. So that they were running, and while they were running, because they're trying to make time, right? He lost his cousin, and he was like, where the hell did he go? Where the hell did he go? He sees him going towards a girl that was bathing in the river. And he says, like, she was very pretty. White see-through dress. You could see everything. Long, dark, wet hair. And he was like, oh shit. And then he grabbed him and he was like, don't go after it. Don't, it's not what you see. You don't see anything. And they kept running. He's like, if I wouldn't have gotten him, he would have gotten taken.
For
He's like,
sure.
for sure it was that.
Yeah. That is the.
Because I guess
that
there's
is-
like a cemetery near there too.
Yeah, there is a couple by the house. In that place, I don't know if you've ever been to where they're talking about. I've crossed
Is it
that.
like Justo?
Yeah, it's like
Because that's what I
so
picture.
like the behind the church that we used to go to. So if you go towards the back of the church, there is like a road.
A cliff.
Yeah, there's a
No,
cliff.
I
also.
remember there was a block party, the New Year's block party. I remember because that's where we would go pee by the cliff, and I was like, oh my god, I was so scared because I was like, we were so drunk, and it's like we're like swaying, and I'm over here popping a squat, and I'm like, oh my god, if I fall, I'm gonna die.
See,
So it's like you hold on for dear life. Yeah, we were always risking lives, huh?
If we were gonna die, it would have happened already. Because why were we doing that? But anyway,
You guys, this is unreal. It's like it's a sharp cliff. Like you guys don't understand. Like it goes to nothing but fucking
like
just
nothing, like
your death.
literally
Yeah,
nothing.
like nothing.
And so, but
And
remember,
we
like
were
there was
literally,
one in
like-
the back of Tia Eli's house too.
Yes. Uh-huh.
And we would play, like me and Pancho would literally jump like the stairs and like play in that little ledge. Like, for what? Again, for what?
Risking life.
Yeah. Anyway,
life.
so the place that your dad was talking about is like behind the church. So like it's like La Fiesta de la Justo was all the way at the end of La Justo. We're talking about like in the middle. You know where the park is at? One street over, there's a road that doesn't have an ending because it goes all the way to the other city. Boca del Monte. So that's where it is. And I've crossed that little river once. No, girl. Never again. Because my friends
It gives you
wanted...
the.
Huh? It gave me the...
goosebumps. It gives you the.
Yeah, the heebie-jeebies. Like, it was just like, the vibes were so weird. And I was like, yeah, I'm never fucking doing this again. And it was obviously one of those times that I was ditching whatever it is that I was ditching. But I was like,
do it, never learning your lesson.
I was like, let me just go to school. Cause
Literally.
it is a family thing. So, yeah. So, La Ciguanaba, it is said that she hangs around, much like La Llorona that hangs around rivers. La Ciguanaba likes to hang around bodies of water. So, like rivers, like fountains. You know how parks usually have fountains? Yeah, like that's her preferred method of luring men in. But yeah.
La Llorona.
No, La Ciguanaba.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So La Llorona, our other uncle has my other uncle, your dad's brother, he has
Our other uncle.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
You're like,
Our
which
only
one?
uncle from our dad, from our side, yeah.
Yeah, your only uncle,
Oh,
my
for you,
other
it's
one.
your other, yeah.
You see, it's confusing. Anyway, so I remember he told a story that one time when they were younger with Don Chico's son. I don't know which one. Oscar, maybe. I don't know who. The one that lives in New York, I think. He said that they, as per usual, got home late or something, and they told them that they couldn't come in the house or something. I don't know the story quite well, but he said that they were in the car and they would hear La Llorona. And so if you know the story of La Llorona, it is said that she like does this like, ay, mis hijos, because she drowned her children, and then she spends her days looking for them at night. And so he says that they were in the car and they both looked at each other like, did you hear that? And they were both like, yeah, no, like, let's just not pay attention to it. But they say that if you hear her far away, that she's almost right next to you. And that if you hear her close to you, she's far away. And so our tío says that they would hear her far. And so that they got like the chicken skin, what do you call it? Like the goosebumps.
The goosebumps,
And that they could feel it. They didn't see her, but they heard her. And I don't know, I think Don Chico was like for some reason he came out and like he was like, okay, well, fucking come in the house. And I don't know if it is because he heard her too and he was like, let me go save these fools. But yeah.
Yeah,
But
right. That's why I thought it was funny.
yeah. So the story later on, like, just for context, like she hangs around rivers, pillars, fountains. There's people who swear they hear her cry. My brother has said that he's heard her. He's also seen El Cadejo, of course. And my brother said that like it felt heavy and like suddenly out of nowhere, like she appears supposedly, or like you hear her, and she's supposed to también, like she also has like long black hair, like pale skin, but then she's like desolate because of what she did. Because she supposedly killed her children like by drowning them in the river, and then she committed suicide, and so like as a punishment from the guy above, she is supposed to like spend the rest of her days looking for them in agony. I don't really quite know what happens though if she gets you. Does she go and drown you?
Yeah,
Is that what it?
supposedly that's what I've heard, that she drowns you. But I really just know that it's just scary, and I don't know what happens when she does get you though.
Yeah, I don't know
Like
either. I don't want
I
to know
always
either.
thought her and the Siwanawa were kind of like tied, because it's kind of the same. They hang out in water. What is with these women? Well, I don't know why I'm saying. Well, I don't know what's with these women in water when clearly we have an issue with water. And I was like, I'm over here judging these hoes, and I'm like, well, Leslie, as one would know.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Like, because
Like, what's up with these
también,
women in water and looking all good?
well, we would
Not
know.
us over here trapping boys in water.
Dude, but like, it's
sirens over here.
oh, well, mermaids are another. Do you know the legend of mermaids and where it comes from?
No, mermaids are the manatee. They would see the manatees, and then they thought it was mermaids. But also the mermaids were like sirens, and the sirens would lure men with their singing.
You don't think mermaids exist though?
No.
Really?
As much as I love them, yeah, as much as I love them, no.
Okay, do you believe that any of the stories are true? Or do you believe them to just be like, oh, like passed down stories from generations?
You know what? Okay, well, if we're gonna go in this route, it's kind of like dinosaurs, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, I believe they do exist because someone had to see it to tell the story.
Okay, Jack Sparrow. No, but I know what you
No,
mean.
but for real, like, even, okay, well, I don't want to go in depth with this one, but religion, for me, it's like, okay, the stories have been passed down and passed down and passed down, and that's like history. Same thing with history. We pass these stories down, and it's like, you have to be really insane to write about it, talk about it, if you didn't see it.
Yeah.
So someone had to have seen something. So I'm not saying that, if you're asking me if I believe that mermaids are real, no. Maybe sirens, maybe, like you said, there's, like, I do believe in evil spirits. I do believe in the good ones too, and I feel like maybe there is something in there that's not natural, but I don't think mermaids.
Wait, so, okay. Pardon my ignorance, because what the fuck is the difference between sirens and mermaids? Oh my god, that shit scared me. I don't know
That's
why we
scary.
record these shits at night.
That was scary. That was scary. That was a loud thing. Well, okay, well then, I don't believe that there is human-like species living in the water. That's what I'm saying that I don't believe in. But I believe that there's something that presents itself as human, but it's not. That I do believe.
Oh, okay. I understand it now. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Well, it's like,
bomb.
even like
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to say it without scaring myself, right? Like demons, okay? They're said to like appear as people, and there's some that even appear as children. So that's like it's a way to trap people. I don't know, it's like I guess a bait for us. But I don't yeah. There's
And
things out
then
there that can present themselves as something that's familiar to us, but it's not real.
that's true. I mean, it is said that the devil presents himself to people like as a well-dressed man, like, hey, what's up? You want to make your dreams come true? Kind of like the guy from Tiana, the voodoo man. Yeah.
Dr. Facilier.
No, that is his name? I never know his name. I
Well,
think he
girl,
was
I
the
had
last
to learn
guy.
his name. I'm not a Disney nerd.
Oh, but okay, yeah. Well, thank you for that explanation. What other stories do you
Okay,
have?
so the Bloody Mary thing, I really don't know anything about it. Okay, but what I can tell you is I'm gonna shout out my elementary school, Patton Elementary. That school, okay, there was one bathroom. I don't know if anyone from my school listens to this, but okay, the main building, like the main where the classrooms really are, on the other side, which you could say was like the fourth through sixth grade classes. That's their like PE area, I guess. So the restrooms there is like on one side is the boys' restroom, on the other side is the girls' restroom. The girls' restroom seemed to have, I want to say like 5 stalls, right? Like in a row. So it's not like two back in a row. The one that was, if we're going in, it's the one that's on the far left. The first one, I guess, if you're going left to right. It's very dark on the corner ones. So the right one and the left one, they're really dark. The center, obviously, is the one that has all the lighting. But that left one had a mirror in the back. Like on the wall. Which, I don't know why you need a mirror in that stall. And it's been there. It's like it was built into the thing. Because the walls were tile. And then it's like the mirror was right there.
Oh, so it's not even like you can just hang it.
No, yeah, it's not hung. It was like inserted there. It's like cemented on there. And it's a cute, like, I want to say like 5 inches all around. It was a square mirror. But like above the toilet, like right there, like, why do you need a mirror there? It wasn't even like at level, like to say like, oh, okay, they have it there so you could see your ass while you're wiping it. No, it was just there. And so everybody would tell you like, oh, that's the mirror. If you want to see, you have to say Bloody Mary and you have to do it in the dark. So like, it was like a huge like rite of passage for some girls, like to go back there to the restroom and turn off all the lights to the restroom, have your girls be on the lookout, and then you say that while looking in the mirror. I don't know what that's supposed to say. They're supposedly that Mary would appear behind you. Huh?
I was like, don't say it. But yeah, you're supposed to say it 3 times and then she appears supposedly.
Yeah.
But then what does she do too?
She does.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what happens.
Let's Google
whatever.
it.
So I did it, but I didn't turn off all the lights. I just went and did it. And I was like, but I got nothing. But again, I didn't do it without the lights. That would have been too scared to do.
So it says, according to folklore, saying her name 3 times in a mirror is said to summon the Bloody Mary apparition. So the appearance is she looks like a corpse or a witch or a ghost covered in blood. Behavior is that she may scream, curse, strangle. Okay, it's strangle, steal the participant's soul, drink their blood, and scratch their eyes out. The ritual is performed in a dimly lit or candlelit room, and the name is chanted repeatedly in the mirror. It is a Japanese legend of Hanako-san. Oh, they're like, I guess Japanese people have a similar legend. Yeah, and her name is Hanako-san. Damn. Well, be glad that she didn't come out. She didn't drink your blood. That's crazy. Ma'am? I was like,
No,
what?
I'm okay. Yeah, so I'm like looking it up too, but yeah, it is right. I'm like, but that's what they would have us, the girls. When it was something that just got passed down from grade to grade, you know.
That's crazy. No, hell no. I remember when I moved here, I learned about her, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I already have a thing that La Llorona follows me around because. Did you ever watch that joke that I sent you from the Mexican comedian?
No, which one?
The one regarding La Llorona? It was like a YouTube video. So, there's this
Oh
Mexican
yeah, no, I
comedian.
told you no because I'm like, why would you send me that?
Oh, because it's a joke, but it's a Mexican comedian, and he's talking about how he's scared of the dark, and he went to his psychologist or whatever, and he was like, yeah, I'm scared of the dark, and what? And she's like, well, why are you scared of the dark? And he's like, well, I'm just scared of the dark. Like, what the fuck? Who are you for me to answer to you? You know? And so finally, like after a couple of years in therapy or whatever, he finally tells her like, all right, well, look, I'm a level with you. The reason I'm scared of the dark is because I'm scared of La Llorona. And then she was like, you know, like obviously she like kind of wanted to laugh. And she was like, well, if that's your fear, like what you have to do is talk about her. So he talks about her in his special, and he says that everywhere he's gone to tour in Mexico City, everybody's like, hey, La Llorona, you know La Llorona? She's from here. So everybody claims La Llorona to be from their town. And as you know, in Guatemala, they say that she's from Antigua. So who knows where the fuck she comes from? But everybody says that they have a Llorona, right? And so in my head, I've always been scared of her. And he says that when he was on tour once, the only thing that calmed him down was thinking about La Llorona going through customs and like immigration, trying to fly to Ecuador or something where he was at, just to go scare him. So when I moved here to the US, I was like, I'm finally free from this bitch. Because I used to think that she was going to scare me over there. And then I learned that they have the Bloody Mary here, and I was like, no. I thought I was done with these things.
No, yeah. So then, okay, another one is Slender Man.
Mm-hmm.
And that one's also a mythical, made up one. But it is said that it's this, like, thin, tall, slender figure, entity that follows you. And it follows young adults, young kids, mainly children, basically like the youth. And it just follows you, and it doesn't do anything to you, but according to the myth, it's that it drives you insane. It gets you in your nightmares. Some Freddy Krueger shit, you know, like it gets you in your nightmares. It drives you mentally insane, and it makes you do things. And it started off because these two 12-year-old girls killed their friend, and they used it saying that the Slender Man made them do it. So that's a fact. You know, these two girls they were found, or what is it? They were put on trial. They were committed 25 years in prison. I think the other one 40 years in prison. But yeah, that was their story, that the Slender Man lured them to do it. And they stabbed their friend 19 times.
I think I've heard about this case.
Yeah, so that's... Mm-hmm. And then they made the movies for it. But yeah, that was one of those things. But it ended up being like a Photoshop contest that made this entity. So they're saying it's a myth. So kind of like what you were saying, like, okay, you don't think mermaids are real. So I'm like, yeah, it's like one of those, kind of like the Blair Witch Project? That too.
Oh, yeah. Well, I do believe witches are real. Like, well, I believe that a lot of things are real. I still hope that a vampire is going to turn me one day. You know, so I don't know what to tell you.
She wants eternal life.
Yes. I don't know. I think, like, imagine. I don't know. I think, like, you know how you said, like, there is nothing that is, like, human, but somehow, like, it still catches us. Like, that's 100% gonna be me. Even though I'm a fucking scaredy cat, I probably will see a vampire and faint, and then they'll kill me. They won't turn me because I won't get a chance to tell them, like, hey, please do this for me, you know? But I do believe that, like, there's no way.
We both. Oh, yeah.
Like, there's no way that so many stories from so many parts of the world have
Similarities.
Similarities, yeah. Like, por ejemplo, without going too far, you know, like something that is really real. The pyramids from Egypt and the pyramids from like Mexico and Guatemala and like all the places where there was indigenous people. Like, how? Being in like two separate fucking parts of the world, like they decided
How did they build the same things? Yeah, and it's not like back then they had pictures or like the internet, you guys. Like back then it was very, yeah.
They didn't have
So
Pinterest
to be
to like get inspo, you know what I mean? So like it was literally like...
like they both did the same thing at the same time, and
and I don't know how traveling was back then, and I don't think one of the Mayans was like, hey, I'm gonna go explore the world,
see what they're doing in Egypt and then bring it out here. Yeah, no.
Yeah, so like to me it's similar with those like type of like myths and legends, that it's like if so many people are saying the same thing, I don't think everybody tells the same lie. So yeah, I think I have. I just saw a weird shadow. Turns out it was my own arm, but I'm on edge.
It looks like we're both fucking scared, right?
Oh, bitch! I don't know why we do this shit to ourselves. Honestly, last time we recorded the episode, I did not sleep one bit the entire night. Dude, there's this other one.
Yeah, I was scared. No.
There's this other one that like used to fucking haunt me when I was little, because there's the legend of El Sombreron, and I know that there's one in English, but I don't know what it's called. But basically, it's like this like midget, you could say. It's like a charro. In Guatemala, it's like a charro. A charro like
So a
like,
short person, a little person.
yeah, but a charro is like one of those people that sing mariachis and they have the big hat. You know, like the charro hat that mariachi people wear. And so he's like all dressed in black and like with boots, like cowboy boots with that thing in the, you know, that little thing that spins in the boot. What is it called?
The spurs.
Yeah. And so, so this tiny fucking thing or whatever it is, usually hangs around when there is a full moon. And so it is said that little girls are supposed to sleep with their hair braided, especially if they have beautiful hair, because he likes to go and play with little girls' hair. And so the legend goes that if he goes into your room at night or whatever, he braids your hair, and if he braids your hair, it's like he selected you, and he's gonna come and take your soul or something like that. And so people
Es el duende.
Sí, pues sí. And so
yeah, okay, so it's like a little, you guys, to paint the picture, it's like a smurf, like a what do you call it, like a gnome, like a little elf, a little thing like that, basically, to give you guys that. So she's saying that he's wearing like a mariachi type hat. There's other, like I know in Mexico, it's like a gnome, it has a big hat like that, like little pointy hat like that. So yeah, I see what you're saying. But yeah, that's the story, that he tends to go after girls and
horses.
Yeah, like he would braid, like that's their
tail.
thing. They braid their horses, the hair.
Yeah, the hair, the hair of little girls, or the tail of the horse. And like if you got chosen or whatever, like the only way to kind of get rid of it, of the curse or whatever, was to cut your hair.
You had to stand in the mirror. Oh. Well, I heard the one that you had to stand. This is how weird it gets, because I heard someone, this is when I was little, someone said that they had that. And it was a lady at the time. I was a little girl. She was telling everybody like that she had that the little elf was following her, and that she was told to stand naked in front of a mirror and tell it to leave her alone. And that's how you get rid of it. I don't know how true that is, but it worked for her, so.
Well, I've heard that one too, but like also that you do have to cut your hair. Because the braid that he does is supposed to be like impossible to take off. Or like undo it.
Damn.
Yeah. Let me go put on my hair real quick.
Right.
Exactly. Bitch, you know what's the worst part about this shit? That I hear my mom and I think she fell asleep already. And I want to go wake her up so she could close the window. Because I don't want to go close to the window. I don't want to go near the window.
Oh my God. Yeah, basically like my mom fucking telling the whatever, come in. And then she was like, oh, you're going to have to turn off the lights because I'm going to bed. I'm like, oh. Ah. Ma'am, come back and turn off all the lights. You're not doing this to me. Come back. Not me with my phone flashlight, like all fucking paranoid. Grown ass woman.
Dude, at least now we have flashlights on our phones. When I was young, I remember that, like, hearing all
lights
these
out, lights out.
No, hearing all these stories, like when I would have to turn off my light. When I tell you, Leslie, that I would flip, okay, imagine Mamaita's room, right? I would flip the switch, do one jump to the middle of the room, and then jump onto my bed. And then every morning, my grandma would be like, why are your shoes in the middle of the room? I was like, because I was not about to walk close to my bed. So something could grab my feet.
Okay. So you know my room layout, right?
You know what I just thought about? That video I sent you, that I was like me at my 31 years old.
Yeah, with all the fucking Christmas lights. I was like, yeah, exactly. So you see my room, you know the layout. So I don't even have to leave my bed to turn off the light. I just go, and I just knock out. Because I'm like, no, you're not about to do that.
Oh, girl, I'm supposed to take a shower and do the most, but yeah, I'm gonna wake up early tomorrow, or I'm gonna wake up my mom to like keep me company because I think this episode is more scary than the last, only because like they are urban legends and stuff. But how do you know that? Because
who
we're
came up
about
with them?
Yeah, they're not gonna be like, hey, you called. I know. Right, dude, imagine ladies. The people. Have you ever heard about the Appalachian Mountains?
Yeah, Appalachian? Yes.
Yeah, well, however
Appalachians.
You say it. Appalachians. You know that my English is not perfect.
The Appalachian Mountain.
The Appalachian Mountain. Well, that's bad. I've seen so many TikTok. Like, there's a whole thing on TikTok where they talk about it and people are like, so like I came to visit and like I heard this sound, and the people that live there and are from there, they're like, no you didn't. Like if you hear something, no you didn't. If you see something, no you didn't. And like you don't acknowledge it basically, and you don't go into the woods at night, and you don't walk your dog after dark. Like they're very, like, it seems like everybody knows that you're not supposed to be out after dark. Can you imagine the people that live over there? Like they just, or if you just move there and you don't know anything about that.
Girl, that's funny because I was watching Van Helsing the other day, and it's like when they get to that town and everybody's like, oh, you're strangers, like they're interrogating them, but then like the vampires come out and all that, and then it's like they're like, go inside, like they know to go inside, but the strangers don't. And it's like, oh,
I had to see that movie because I haven't seen it, but it sounds like that. I know. I heard your guess.
Do yourself a service and go watch it.
I shall.
Miss wants to be a vampire.
Tomorrow. Because tonight I'm going to watch something animated.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing. After I had to watch Family Guy or something funny to lighten the mood because there's no way.
I know.
So I'm about to put some Family Guy.
I had to watch... What did I watch? I watched The Emperor's New Groove after that episode. Because I was like, let me put something that is extremely stupid and I know it's going to make me laugh. I know. Well, I hope that you guys learned something new, and if you didn't, at least now you know that we are both scaredy cats, and we cannot deal.
And we want to be sponsored by the Queen Mary.
Right.
No, check mark. Okay.
What are we talking about on our next episode, babe?
We're going to see what everyone does for Halloween. What are your guys' plans? So we'll share our plans. And we'll do a little cute shout out to you guys to show our appreciation for our listeners. We're going to do a little contest. I'm going to talk about it on the next episode. And then the following episode, we'll announce the winner. So better listen, y'all.
Stay tuned. All right. Well, that's on that. We hope you have a wonderful night. Listen to this in the morning. Again, PSA that should have been in the beginning of the episode. All right.
We're gonna be all right.
We will be. We'll talk about what we watched after. All right. Babe.
All right, everyone. Have a good day.
Our name. Laters.
Bye.
Bye.